What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D&O commentary. We're doing it again. We're going to see how it goes. And we have Sheikah, 179, 1591 rating, which is really high. And Emmanuel Pascoletto, 1573. He tries to open up with Shaddoll. He'll probably just activate the effect. The question will be if he gives up Dante or if he gives up... Well, why would you give up Dante if it can just get you Skarn back? Alright, so anyways, don't let the looks deceive you. I am almost certainly sure that this is Burning Abyss, Emmanuel, versus Infernoids, but he looks like he has like the tour guide engine in there, tour guide Skarn, a little bit of Burning Abyss going on. That takes this from a budget deck to a hella expensive deck, in my opinion. It also means that your reasoning plays aren't nearly as strong. Like, I don't know if he can run reasoning or not, because even on the off chance that your opponent doesn't know that you're running this engine, would you ever really want to get a tour guide off of a reasoning? Because I think most people defaultly call level 4, right? Well, if he's not running Light Sworns, then he probably just runs all level 3s. So, you know, you hit tour guide, you don't get any effect, and it's just not good. So, Shaddoll gets banished, and he's able to activate Skarn from the Dante effect. So, I think he has a tour guide and a Dante now. I mean, that's pretty nifty. Whoa, okay, excuse me, Emmanuel is playing Shaddolls. My mistake, I thought he was playing Burning Abyss. Last game, Sheikah got it, and I could have swore I saw a BA on his field. Maybe he might have snatched stole a Dante or something. I just didn't notice. So anyways, Emmanuel goes for Shaddoll Fusion. This isn't the greatest play, simply because he doesn't really get anything out of the Honest, and, you know, he gets Construct on board, which is cool. The problem is, Sheikah is really not dependent on his extra deck right now. I mean, granted, he has a tour guide, so I guess he sort of is, but still. So, he's going to activate some effects. I'd probably go for Falco right now. Get me a chump blocker. One who can, like, you know, get a beast and set there. Alright, so he goes for Hedgehog instead. Getting Dragon. He might just be thinking, I'm going to push for as much damage as I can while I have the opportunity. You know, that he can get through this guy right here, basically. I still feel like Infernoids have a lot of potential. They should have never had that level restriction. That was the dumbest thing Konami literally could have done. If you get OTK'd by Infernoids, it's your own fault. It's not the Infernoid player's fault. It's not the deck being broken, because it's no easier to OTK with this deck than it is with Cleese to go, oh, you MST'd my scout twice? Okay, I guess I'll just pendulum them back. Like, I still hate that. So he goes for Phaelus. Oh, snap. The OTKs are real. Dark Arm Daddy coming down. I guess he has exactly 3 darts. Well, I know he had Squamata and Hedgehog, so. Looks like the big chicken is dead chicken now. Barbecue chicken. There we go. So it's barbecue chicken. It dies, and see if he's able to push for game 1100. I mean, to my math, that's game, because that's 28, 28, and 26 if you combine those two. So I guess Sheikah is conceding, which means that we're going to game 3. And, I mean, Sheikah pretty much did the same thing in game 2 that Emmanuel just did to Sheikah. Now, this is interesting because both of these decks always want to go second. Mainly because Shaddolls, they want the battle phase. And with Infernoids, they want the player to commit to the board, because if you run things like Lila and like Petrula, the dude who pops back row, it's like you want to get some value out of those cards. So you always want your opponent. And then that deck runs like Hidden Armory and Snatch Steal. You can't Snatch Steal anything if you're going first. So that deck always wants to go second as well. The price on Fearless is going up, ironically. I've got a Fearless from when I picked up all the Shaddoll stuff. If it goes up a little more, I might have to go ahead and try and sell that or trade it. I still got to get Alpha Novas for my teller. Actually, the Alpha Nova is like the last thing that I have to get. Everything else I pretty much got. I need 3 Alpha Novas and a diamond, but I've got everything else because I sold 3 of my Dantes. All right, so it's on Emmanuel, and going into Winda wouldn't be a bad opening if he had a way of just going straight into Winda, especially if you use the original Shaddoll fusion, just because you get to limit what your opponent can do. And unless they have okay, maybe he's listening to exactly what I'm saying. Unless they have like the evac guy, seems really good. Now he is going into Construct. Hedgehog is like, I hate having to dump Hedgehog, honestly. But, you got to do what you got to do. So, Search of Falco is not that bad, technically. But you're just not going to get much out of Dragon in this matchup, because this deck is not going to set any back row. A lot of times it just isn't. Alright, so Construct hits the field. She's going to trigger. And I mean, would you send? I think you just send Beast here and maybe Search of Falco, and that way you have 3 monsters. Well, no, you have a draw of 2 monsters, and one of those monsters can potentially get you a Beast. Like, that seems like the best play to me. And Construct sends Beast, and then have Hedgehog get Falco. Yeah, okay. So he's doing Beast and Falco. That seems like the best play. You get 2 decent monsters on board, one really good one in Construct, and you get the draw power, and you have one that could be replaced with another Beast. The Falco dies, you get a Beast, and seems really good in my opinion. Now he might follow this up with like a white or black dragon. Nope. Looks like he's gonna set. Yeah. Anybody else finding interesting that Sinister Shadow Games is like completely coming back in Shaddolls? I was watching the ARG, and sure enough, it is. So that's either a Shadow Games or an L. It could be Econ, but personally, I like to save my Econ. So it's L, and he's given up Falco, and we don't like that. Don't like having to give up Dragon. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Winda. That's my homegirl right there. Fucking love that card, but you gotta give it the Dragon, and you're not getting any value. Not to mention, if your opponent has any normal summon, your Falco's guaranteed to die for nothing. So, just wasn't that great of a play. You didn't get the draw. You barely got more field presence. I mean, granted, I guess Winda could lock him out, but I mean, if he's able to, I guess it might be kind of hard for the Infernoid player to inherently, or not. Okay, so he looks like he has no problem killing boards. Falco's dead. Construct will get him either fusion back, whichever fusion he wants. I'd probably take L, to be honest. He takes the original, because the sequel is never as good, right? Now he sets a card, 2 cards. Excuse me. All that about them never setting, I guess it wasn't true. Then he decides, nah, I'll just add the card to my hand. Other than Card Trooper, I wonder what they would set. Oh, but he plays BAs, so that could easily be a Skarm, which could get him a tour guide. So, okay. Wonder if he's going for White Dragon. Alright, it is White Dragon. If I'm Sheikah, I don't think I'm that concerned by the White Dragon, honestly. He attacks with Winda. Smart choice. Okay, he's playing full BAs. Shocker. Now he needs to do nothing more than just summon a Skarm in defense mode. And just kind of chill. Unless his opponent has enemy controller. I mean, you can just kind of chill with the, you can just chill with the Skarm on board. That's exactly what he does. He's just going to chill. I mean, I'm surprised that he's going like the full layout of Burning Abyss. And usually Winda is the motherfucking shit against Burning Abyss, but with some of their recent additions, she's not nearly as powerful as she used to be. Mainly because they got Farfa and Alec, and they can negate Winda, and they can, turn her off. Just banish her, and that's no good. So I guess it was a good thing that he took the original Shaddoll fusion. So he summons another Skarm. And he's definitely going to exceed now. Question is, will it be Dante or not? And it's Dante. Okay, so Dante is going to level up to 2,500. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, man, he got 2 Infernoids also, so that's no good. Now, he's already used his normal summon for the turn, so unless he has some other way of getting rid of Winda, there's not going to be any normal summoning. But he will get a tour guide, and that's the important part. Actually, he'll get a tour guide for his turn and his opponent's turn. All he really has to do is just survive. If I was Sheikah, I wouldn't be opposed to Breakthrough Skill. So he gets L back, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a little concerned if my opponent had the original fusion and L. Like if they had both of those, I'd be concerned, because they can do, like, if you add a big inherent special summon, they can do a lot of damage. All right, so it looks like he's gonna bounce the White Dragon. I think he just summoned that guy who, I think his name is Anka. Sorry. I think the whole reason he did that is because he wanted another monster on board to absorb an attack. Pushing the White Dragon to his hand is kind of irrelevant because he has a bajillion darks. Like he has enough darks in there to use. I mean, he has Winda in there. He has like Hedgehog, Falco. He has enough darks in there to summon it back. But I think he wanted something else to absorb an attack, because you know some attacks are coming. I mean, Construct is probably going to kill the Dante, and then you'll need something else basically to get rid of or to stop attacks, because he has L and White Dragon, and he could clearly use White Dragon to get Black Dragon too. So if he uses L, no need to use it from the oh wait, I just thought about this. I think he can OTK him. Yeah, alright, let me see if I can tell you guys before he does it. Alright, so as long as he has Equipped Wyvern in there, he should be able to OTK him. If he doesn't have Equipped Wyvern, forget everything that I'm going to say. But all he has to do is, he has to start counting darks now, basically. So, he's going to use Dante. Okay, hold on. Oh, fair enough. That was really smart of Sheikah. That was really smart. He used the, he made it so that he can't use it from his deck. Okay, what I was going to say is, I totally forgot that you could send other monsters. So, Fusion's going to resolve, and now he has to use just his hand, and we already know 2 of his cards are dead. The White Dragon's dead, and so is the L. Oh my goodness, he has no Shaddoll monsters. Oh my good Sheikah, you are too pro, son. So anyways, the Dante's gonna obviously be able to add something back. What he was gonna do was, he could have, depending on how many darks he had, he could have sent Dante he could have sent Equipped Wyvern and then any random dark, summon Construct. If he didn't have enough darks, because he was, the number he was trying to get after the Construct is 4, he would have then obviously been able to, send one from the Construct. He would then summon White Dragon. Actually, I guess the magic number would have been 3 at that point, so maybe not even use Construct's effect. You're just going for damage anyway. Summon White Dragon, activate L, and then you'd be able to search Black Dragon out. And then from Black Dragon, you'd be able to you'd be able to banish the Equipped Wyvern, add the Dark Arm, and then potentially drop it. As long as you kept your dark count together, you'd be good. So it looks like Emmanuel is going to activate Hedgehog. Probably to get himself Beast, yeah. I was Beast or Falco. He just wants to be able to use Fusion, basically. That's it. Now, he still puts himself in the position to get Black Dragon, but he don't have that Equipped Wyvern. But I mean, how huge was that he couldn't resolve the Shaddoll Fusion? That might have been actually one of the reasons why he summoned the Antra. I guess I was mistaken. He wasn't even concerned about absorbing an attack. He was concerned about making him mess up on the Shaddoll Fusion, and I don't think Emmanuel thought about that at all, because I sure as hell didn't. That was an excellent play by Sheikah. Will it win him the duel? I don't know. I mean, we're about 3 turns into this duel, and nobody's really done any damage. Okay, so he summons Beast. I'm totally shocked that he summoned it instead of what's it called? Instead of setting it or just using L from his hand. I guess he wants to summon and then use L. Yeah, I guess he's trying to maximize damage for the win to play. Okay, fair enough. I mean, he'll still get the draw, but he's kind of married to Winda at this point. I guess if Sheikah doesn't have a board and he has a whole bunch of Burning Abyss in his hand, then he won't be able to do a ton. Alright, so he's going to give up his 2 monsters on board. I still have no idea what that last card in his hand is. Sheikah knows what it is because he looked at his hand to verify that he couldn't use Shaddoll Fusion. He'll be able to get another White Dragon as long as he plays 3. Most people play 3-1. I've seen some other numbers, some other ratios, but I like 3-1. Alright, so he's going to activate the effect of White Dragon, or excuse me, the Black Dragon and Beast. I would make Black Dragon Chain Link 2 so that I can get my White Dragon first so I don't draw that motherfucker, because you'd hate to draw White Dragon and then have to search the last copy. Like, that would just be awful. So I guess that's exactly what he does. He searches White Dragon. Now you activate the Beast effect and draw. It's a legitimate combo. It's really good. And then probably just summon White Dragon in defense mode. Although if it dies, you probably don't have any more, because most players don't play any. Okay, he's not going to summon it. He's just going to leave it in his hand. So Sheikah has a bunch of cards, but problem is a lot of them are BAs. So maybe Sheikah made a mistake. He says, "Yep, I'm bad." He may have drawn too many Burning Abyss. I mean, if he had a Graph, that would help, because then he'd be able to basically do what he did before, where he just set it, got a Scarm, and was able to out the window basically by just attacking over it with the Dante. I mean, I guess it would still give him the fusion, but whatever. I guess he'll have to deal with that when he gets to that. Deal with that when he gets to that bridge. He max sees him for 1 card. It's not like he can do much special summoning outside of the Tour Guide effect anyway because of Winda. Unless he just wants to be 100% sure. I think he's just going to get a Graft and just pass. A Graft in defense and maybe, yeah, just pass. Knowing that neither player can summon. Excuse me, he gets a Rubik and just passes. Okay, surprising. Oh no, he hasn't a pass yet. He was just drawing because the maxi. Okay, so now he passes. I'm a little surprised at the Rubik. Maybe that's the last Burning Abyss in his deck, but this one doesn't do that much against a White Dragon because he could just summon White Dragon, attack Tour Guide, and oh, he's got Denko Rekka, even better, right? Now he can do 1700 damage on top of whatever the hell he was going to do. I run Cowboy and Shaddoll, so I guess even more damage, like 2500-ish. Sheikah does not seem concerned. I probably would be. Well, no, he can't make Cowboy now because he's already used that special summon from Black Dragon. So he's committed to this field, and he can't do anything else. He cannot further his plays in any way because he can't set and he can't exceed. But I guess he can enemy controller using Winda. Now I wonder if he has a Shaddoll on his. Oh, never mind. All he has to do is just attack with all his monsters, and that should be game. I just realized that. I was gonna say I guess he'll take L, but it's not gonna matter if he has game on board. Not to mention he can make Cowboy now since he got rid of Winda. So looks like he's attacking for game. And you know what? Gotta say, it looked really bad for Emmanuel, for most of this game, but you know, don't call it a comeback, right? Okay, don't really call it a comeback because we have Gores. Shocking. Who the hell saw that coming? I'm like, what? So now he has a 1,000 token. Okay, so he opts to attack the token with Black Dragon. Fair enough. And damn, man, if you're Emmanuel, I honestly I didn't even see what fusion he took from Winda. I don't even know if he used it. I feel like he didn't use it. But I mean, do you Castell it now? Like, I mean, you have to deal with Gores, but if you Castell, you're getting rid of your White Dragon. Your Black Dragon, whose effect is still in play because he should still have another, like, he should still have, you know, White Dragons in his deck. But if you Castell it, you're giving up that. And you're not dealing with the tour guide either. He still has the tour guide on board. So this is interesting. But you gotta kill the Gores. You can't just let Gores just sit there and, you know, have his fucking 2,700 ass sitting on board, immune to, or basically resistant to Shaddoll fusion. Not to mention, if he summons Antandel, he can totally exceed using the Gores too. So, alright, looks like Emmanuel is not trying to deal with Gores. You know what really sucks? He can't Exiton item because he totally has that tour guide just fucking up his card count right now. He could have Exiton Knighted him if he didn't attack the token. Yeah, that might have actually been the better play, to be honest. You just not attack the token and you Exiton, and then wait, I'm thinking, you get rid of the tour guide and the Gores, so you get rid of everything, and your monster, and you get a monster with way more utility. That might have actually been the way better plan, is to just let him keep the token, because then his card count would have been higher, so you'd have been able to Exiton Knight him. Alright, so tour guide. And that was the thing. I thought he had another tour guide in his hand. Or, yeah, I thought he had another tour guide. And even if he did, I mean, he's drawn so many cards since he searched that first one. I mean, I guess the law of averages start coming into play. As long as he has another Graft, I guess he's good. Who needs Graft when you have Sir, right? So, I guess it's time for Dante number 2. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. He's using both of the tour guides for Dante 2. It's gonna trigger the effect. I smell some Infernoid milling. He hasn't milled any Infernoids, or not much, in a while. And he gets 3 Infernoids. Honestly, I think he'll take that because you have to think, alright, he has BAs in his hand. So we know he has Farfetch. He hasn't used it yet. Oh lord, he might game him. I just thought about it. He has Farfetch in his hand, right? As long as he has another Dante. See, I don't know if he plays like 3 Dantes, but he could just special Farfetch. No, wait, he can't use Farfetch's effect then. Yeah, he just screwed up like I just screwed up. So he goes for Skarm. He needs a Virgil here. That's what he needs. Cause he has Big Chicken locked and loaded. He might be trying to, what's it called? He might totally be trying to, mill a Farfetch. Karee Bandit, that's interesting tech. Even if he doesn't though, the position he's putting his opponent, Emmanuel in, cause I mean, clearly he's probably, like, if he has the pieces, he's gonna summon, the Big Chicken. Like, why wouldn't you with the amount of fucking damage you have on board already? You have 5k on board. I think I just saw him banish 3, which is exactly what he did. And yeah, he's just going to battle phase. That's 500, 3,000, 6,000. So you leave Emmanuel with not many options, or not many life points, I should say. And then your Dantes get the hide in defense mode, and the defense is real. 2,500. I mean, you need more than a Shaddoll fusion to answer this board. That's the problem here. He goes into Downards, making sure that his Dantes will trigger. Okay, just Downard. And then he just passes. You know, when you really think about it though, with Infernoids, if you're running different variants, you're not really committed to anything in the extra deck. Like, with his version, he's not committed to rank 4s at all because he only has one level 4 monster that we've seen this duel, and that's the Infernoid. So what are the chances of him having 2 of them on board? And it looks like Emmanuel scoops it up. I mean, I guess he just couldn't do anything with his hand. He must have gotten in one of those positions where dolls will have like a Denko or a Black Dragon, and then, you know, like an L or something like that. You have a bunch of random pieces that don't combo well together. I am surprised. I never thought that I would see Infernoids, even though it was a ton of Burning Abyss, outgrind Shaddolls. That's shocking to me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always.